Well, two schools in the Rapides Parish School District learned the title of the comeback campuses. Davion Telsey joins me now in the studio and has more. Davion, there were two schools?
That's right, Johnny. Nachman Elementary and Poland Junior High Schools are schools in Central Louisiana that have made big changes in their schools. Both schools were named comeback campuses by the Louisiana Department of Education, meaning that both schools have grown in the number of students that are achieving mastery and advance on their standardized testing. These awards showcase improvement in academic performance and overall school dynamics. Rapides Parish Superintendent Jeff Powell says this is just another example of how teachers, administrators, and the parents of Rapides Parish are committed to being the best we can be. Superintendent Powell says our students have really brought in, and our teachers are doing everything within their power to help our students be successful, and it helps the administration supporting them.
And increasing the number of students that are scoring master and advance, which are the two highest levels on standardized assessments, but also coupled with that, decreasing the number of students that are scoring at the lowest achievement level. So it's just a measure that says that we are growing students.
Out of 40 schools in the state, only 2 have this type of recognition. With both schools right here in Sinai, these comeback campuses speak volume about what schools are achieving in Central Louisiana. Johnny, back to you.